Hey everyone, welcome back to Manis by Megan. Today I want to show you just my everyday step-by-step mani process. It's going to be a little longer than my typical video. I just kind of wanted to show you guys how I do a whole hand as opposed to, I think I've showed just one finger in the past or a couple of tutorials here and there. So this time I'm going to just show you my step-by-step as I take you from this to this. So I'm pretty excited about it. And also, this is a glitter type that I've never worked with. It's kind of like confetti almost. It's called Light Show by Dipalicious, and it's really, really cool. Look how that reflects in the light. It is so amazing. It's like little shreds of glitter. It's actually fairly easy to work with, and this is just 2 coats that I have here and a layer of clear over top. So I'm gonna show you guys just my step-by-step. So hang around if you like to watch it, and let's get started. So today we're gonna use, like I said, Light Show by Dipalicious, and then we're gonna use the Advent Calendar from Revel, number 15, which is this really pretty purple. And then the mystery box, the nice mystery box, it's called Do Gooder, and that is this like grayish blue. I thought they all paired really nicely together. Normally I do a mani and I use just one brand, but I couldn't resist pairing these colors together. So that's what the final product's gonna look like. So let's go ahead and get started. So I've already done my cuticle prep, which I know you guys have already seen that video. And if you haven't, check it out after this. It's just a short video that shows you how I do my cuticle prep. And I'm not gonna show you that here. I'm just gonna show you my process for doing my nails. So before you get started, take a little bit of rubbing alcohol and a little cotton pad, and just wipe your nails down just to kind of get off any oil. And kind of helps to dry them out. And the dip will adhere a little bit better. So you apply the alcohol. That dries really quickly, and as you can see, my nails are starting to look dehydrated. So from there, I'm going to take, and right now my current favorite liquids are Triple Vitamin. Really, really digging them these days. They're super shiny and super strong. So I'm gonna take the Triple Vitamin base coat, and I'm just gonna apply a thin layer to each of my nails before I get started. And I usually avoid the cuticle area, so just apply it and leave a little space around the cuticle. And I do this just to avoid having to buff or file my natural nail. If you've ever watched my Achieving the Perfect Cuticle Lines video, you already probably know what I mean by this. This just helps the dip to adhere a little bit better. Once this dries, it doesn't dry like super smooth. It actually kind of dries a little bit rough. So when you apply the first layer of dip, it does stick a little bit better. I just like to apply it to pretty much all of the nail, maybe like 3/4 of the nail, just avoiding the cuticle area. And it dries pretty quickly. So while that's drying, I'm gonna go ahead and open up my jar of Light Show. I'm gonna go ahead and do the glitter part first. That way, you guys can see how I apply this. And if you wanna stop watching after that, feel free. But this is a fun one to apply. It's actually, it reminds me of kinetic sand, and I'll show you in just a second. Have a little plastic bag handy, or you can just use your good old finger that God gave you. The plastic bag will help you so you don't have all that extra base coat and glitter sticking to your finger. But if you do use your finger, you can actually just file it off. Doesn't harm anything. So I'm going to apply the glitter to my ring finger and my thumb. My thumb needs another second or so to dry, so I'll just go ahead and start applying to the ring finger. And since I only do 2 layers of glitter, I actually apply it to the whole nail first. Normally with a solid color dip, I apply it to about 3/4 of the nail first. And then I do a full dip second. And as you can see, I'm just gonna lay my finger kind of on top of this, just like so. And this is what I mean by kinetic sand. It kind of just sticks up everywhere. It's kind of funny. So Take your little plastic bag or your finger and just press it down, make it completely flat. And it's really easy to press down. It lays pretty flat. Then you can just take your toothpick and kind of run around the edges. But with this one, it's a little harder to do this trick, the toothpick trick. So later on, we can just kind of trim some of the glitter back with, if you have some cuticle nippers or some little scissors, or after you apply the clear coat, you can just file it off. So we have this first layer here. And then I'll go ahead and do the first layer on my thumb as well. This is a really nice glitter. I mean, you get full coverage in 2 coats. I've never worked with anything like it before, and now I want it in like every color possible because I think I could wear this for the rest of my life. So we will go ahead and just kind of lay our finger in there, this little spot, and then just go ahead and shake off the excess and pat it down. Like I said, it lays pretty flat. It's pretty easy to work with. I'll probably say that 10 more times. Just take your toothpick and get off as much as you can. Not a big deal because your file will get all the extra later. It is a little messy, but not a big deal. So if you wish, take your toothbrush, brush off any of the little extras here. And we'll go in for the second dip. Every time I think that I'm amazed by a glitter that comes out, another one comes out and it amazes me even more. There's some really amazing ladies in the nail community. Some of these small businesses, they're really putting out some amazing things. If you guys have seen All Powdered Up, she has got some really, really cool glitters. Some things that I've never seen before. And she's very unique, and the powders, man, they're so easy to work with. Okay, so here is the second layer. And you see how much coverage that has? And look at that, it's like a mirror. It's like a disco ball. Let's go ahead and pat that down. This thing is very clingy, like a crazy ex-girlfriend. So we will need to just kind of scrape off some of this. Like I said, we can always file it later after we apply the clear coat. This 100% needs a clear dip over top. Don't sell yourself short on this one. Get some clear dip and put it over top. See, I used my finger, now it's stuck. But just a fun fact, your file won't hurt you, so you can just take your file and just kind of file it off. This is a 100 grit file. Doesn't hurt at all. Voila. And I will do my thumb. If you haven't already fallen in love with this glitter, wait until I put the top coat on. Then you will fall in love. My thumb does this weird thing when it gets long and it kind of curves, if you can see that, curves down on one side. So I've been kind of keeping them a little shorter than I have in the past for that reason, because no matter what I do, no matter what vitamins I take, my thumb curves down. So, and the pointer on my right hand does that as well. So kind of frustrating if you want long nails, but at the same time, I've really been enjoying having the shorter nails. I know that these are not by any means short, but I've had them longer in the past. So But I really, you know, my shape has changed a little bit over the past couple of months. And, you know, sometimes you just find something you like and you just want to stick with it. So I think this is probably the length, like the longest I'll keep them. I don't know if I'll go any longer for a while, unless I can somehow fix that thumb. Which, unless I have superpowers, I don't think that's possible. So this is about where we're at. See, and the great thing about the triple vitamin is it gives you a little bit more time to work. So like I had a little bare spot and I kind of just pushed the glitter over and now everything's all covered up. So, all right, so now we are done applying the glitter and it's pretty flat. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the clear coat over top. And I always actually just keep a little bit of glitter, or I'm sorry, a little bit of clear in a small container because I don't want to contaminate my big mamma jamma. So I just kind of take some from here, put it in a little container, and then refill it as needed. So, and I use this little spoon. I got this, I think, from Southern Glitter Shine. I have a lot of glitter from her. And she always sends these cute little spoons. They're perfect for scooping clear on top of your nail. So we will take, looks like nothing else wants to come off with that brush, so just take and apply one more layer of base coat. Not too much. And then we're just gonna, I do not like to lay my nail in the clear powder. I like to just scoop it over and just kind of shake it off, scoop it a little bit more. That way you cover everything and it's not too thick. Because I don't like my nails super thick. Some people do. Some people work jobs where they need thicker nails. Some people just prefer thicker nails. I don't. I like mine a little thinner. So, see my pointer finger curving down a little bit over on this side. No biggie. Can still have pretty nails even if they're curvy. Like if you've ever seen Nails by Tetta on Instagram, she has the longest, most beautiful nails, and I wish that I could have those nails. But I know that mine will curve at the end, so I won't even attempt it. So just grab a little on your spoon, shake it, and if I find a piece that falls in, I'll just take it out and kind of throw it on my paper towel. Voila. So now it looks really amazing, doesn't it? Just kidding. I'm gonna go ahead and dump this glitter off and then get started on filing this. I do want to just show you guys the glitter first, just because I know some people aren't going to stick around for the rest of the video after this. So I'm going to take my toothbrush and just kind of brush off that extra clear on my thumb and my ring finger. And then take my activator, triple vitamin. And you have to activate this one really, really good. I would put about 3 coats of activator on this, just smother it. Sometimes these glitters like this that are super, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's hard for them to grab onto the base coat, so the more activator you use, the better. So it doesn't move around when you start to file. And too much activator can't hurt you, so activate away. Now, in past videos, I've told you that this is my favorite file, and Sally Beauty decided to stop selling it, and now they sell a white one, and my amazing husband got me about 25 of these for Christmas. But since then, I noticed that the edges of these really wear off on the white ones for some reason. So it's really not my favorite anymore. I wish that they would bring this back. This thing lasts forever. Forever and ever and ever. So since I couldn't find any more of these, I got this off of Amazon thinking it would be the same size, and it's not. However, it's really, really good for shaping. And it's also a 100 grit file. And I've been using this same one. It looks kind of gross, but I've been using this same one for probably 2 months now. And it's really good. I use it for actually filing, buffing, shaping. As you can see, I kind of buff right there on that spot. So yeah, I mean, these are on Amazon, Iridescent 100 grit file. So that means the front and the back are both 100 grit. I don't really like to play around with the finer stuff. I like the grittier the better. Gets the job done quicker. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to file this. If you want, take your little cuticle nippers and kind of get under your nail and get some of these little pieces of confetti off. Just makes less work for you. Try to stay in frame here. Just get a couple pieces off, that way they're not hanging, because there's nothing worse than having a bunch of pieces of glitter underneath the underside of your nail. So if you can get most of those off, go for it. So I'm also a stickler for when I'm doing my nails. Before you activate, take a toothbrush and scrub underneath, because once you activate, that stuff sticks underneath of your nails for a few days, unless you're at your sink constantly scrubbing like this. So before you apply your activator, just fun fact, scrub the bottoms of your nails. You know? That's all I've got. Well, let's file. If you happen to get a little pro base on your skin and it's stuck, I always push under and just pop it loose and start filing. Obviously, you know your favorite shape, so file into your desired shape. As I told you, this glitter is fairly easy to work with. I mean, it's pretty flat already. I don't have much work to do, so all I need to do is shape these. And I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I haven't posted a video in a while, so I really wanted to get something out there for you guys, and I figured since I had this amazing glitter, and I've never really showed you just me doing a whole mani, I kind of just figured I'd make a little bit of a longer video. Not my style typically, but just something to get some videos out there for you guys. And then if you have anything that you'd like to see, please let me know. Give me some ideas, because I've kind of been in a rut lately and I don't really know what kind of content to put out there for you guys, to be honest. I don't like that, because I know you guys rely on me. I know that my perfect cuticle video is my #1 watched video. I get a lot of messages about how much it's helped. And people say that they're so glad they watched it. They wish they watched it sooner. So if you haven't watched it, watch it. But basically what I'm doing now is what I show you in that video anyway. So look how thin that is. That is 2 layers of glitter and a layer of clear. That's really thin, guys, really thin. Amazing. I don't know how she does it, but this glitter rocks. Really amazing. Okay, now onto the thumb. You know, it's so funny, and I realized that I do this. I actually, when I'm buffing, I move the hand that I'm buffing. I don't really move the file. So I don't know if anybody else does that, but that's kind of funny. And I realized I did that the other day. I was like, I don't move my hand that I'm filing with. I think it's because I have more control and I kind of know what I'm doing with the other hand and where it needs to go. So it's easier just to move the other hand. You guys probably think I'm crazy, but thanks for listening to me ramble. And also another good thing about this file, I've never cut myself with this thing. It's really, really good. Really, I'm just kind of impressed for just a random file that I picked off of Amazon. I think these are really good, and you see how kind of flexible they are? So they really do a good job of like getting around the cuticle area. And they're thin too, like pretty sure they're probably about as thick as this one, but this one's like super rigid, you know? And super tough. This one is a little more pliable. So maybe this is making its way into my #1 spot, since Beauty Secrets did me wrong. Stop making my favorite file. Okay, so these are the most amazing little buffers. I buy them in bulk. I love them. Also listed in my cuticle video. They make the nail so smooth, so fast. Great on your skin, not too rough. And they're so easy to hold because I have like little hands. So some people that have longer fingers say it's harder to hold these. So like Miranda's Nail Creations, she actually glues 2 of them together. So like she'll take like some nail glue or something and glue them like this. She does have some longer fingers. Beautiful nails. Okay, so now that I'm done that, I always like to just kind of make sure I've got my shape right. And if I don't, I'll go back later. I'll fix it. I'm pretty particular about that, so I'll even fix it after I put my top coat on. So I am now going to apply my activator again. And man, look how freaking sparkly that is. So activate, activate. Cap your edges with activator. And then my favorite little nail pads. They're not nail pads. They're lint-free nail wipes. After I apply my activator, I let it dry for a few seconds, and then I just wipe my nail because I hate contaminating my liquids. I've only done it once or twice, and that's where Brush Restore, Brush Saver comes in handy. Now this is like nail porn right here, guys. When you apply the clear coat over the glitter, triple vitamin top coat is amazing, and the shine comes through. It is so good, so good. So here we go. #1. Look at that. Oh my God. I'm gonna put the #1 coat on here. Always, 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 I don't care what brand of liquids you use, wipe your brush before you return it back to the bottle. Just save yourself some money. So I know a lot of people ruin their liquids and then have to buy more liquids. Liquids aren't cheap, guys. Save your money for more dip powder. So there's layer #2. Man, this is the most sparkly dip I've ever seen in my entire life. The way it reflects in the light is so amazing. Okay, so that's how you apply that confetti style dip. If you guys want to hang around, I'm going to do the other 3 fingers. Otherwise, have a great day. See you later. Now we're going to apply our, actually, let me shake off this towel real quick so I don't get any glitter in my solid color. I actually have another towel underneath. Just replace it. We'll go ahead and apply our do-gooder and advent calendar number 15. If you have a little stick, best thing is stirring your liquids, stirring your powders to get them super duper fluffy. And then when you apply, they feel super light and airy and thin. So that's really nice too. And have your little toothpick ready. Get a new one because that one's contaminated. That way you can trace your cuticles as you go. So I know I'm using a lot of different brands here, guys, but these are all really amazing. The liquids, triple vitamin, hands down. I've tried quite a few, and lately just triple vitamin's been my favorite. So 3/4 of the nail with base, then dip or lay, however you prefer. I prefer to lay my nail in the powder. Oh, look, a piece of cotton. That's why you use lint-free everything. In the beginning, when I did the alcohol, I did not use a lint-free cotton pad. So, you always should. I have separate toothbrushes for glitter and separate toothbrushes for solid because I do not want to get glitter in my solid. You know, whenever you finish a mani and you see a piece of glitter in it, and it makes you so mad. So, I know it makes me mad. Can't stand it. Makes me want to redo the whole nail. Sometimes I just live with it because I don't have time for all that. Now we will apply Pro Base to the entire nail. And then this is where my toothpick comes in. I don't do it on the first dip. I do it on the second and third. Sometimes it's not even necessary if your application is good. And as I go along, my application gets better. Now I do have days where sometimes you just get frustrated and everything sucks. I've actually had it, I've done a mani and taken it off immediately because I just didn't like the way it looked. I didn't like my application. And then sometimes like I'll take a picture after, you know, right before I take it off, and then I regret taking it off like the next day. Because I think when you're frustrated, it makes you not like something sometimes. So I was frustrated with my application at one point. Took a picture of my nails immediately. And it's funny because I posted the manicure like weeks later, and I got a really good response on it. And it was, the colors were May and Cadence by Revel Nail. I, for some reason, did not like my application, but when I posted that manicure, people really liked it. And I actually really liked it and wish I would have kept it on longer, but I was frustrated, so I took it off. Yeah, this is a really nice color. I wish that these advent calendar colors, some of them, I wish that they would stick around. Like this is a really good purple that Revel doesn't have, and I think people would buy it. So now we're gonna go in with the final layer of Pro Base, Base Coat, whatever brand you're using, whatever they call it. It's all something different. I started with Revel liquid, so I call everything Pro Base, even if it's not what the company calls it that I'm using. And yeah, I did just forget to brush off the excess, but and I also didn't use a toothpick because that one actually looks pretty good. This one, not so good. I'm in love with this purple. It's a really, really pretty purple. There are some purples that look really bad on me, and some that look really good. I really like this one. So, it's a little stainy, so we will, after I apply the activator and buff, I'll probably take alcohol and wipe it off my skin. So let's activate. I'm not gonna put clear coat on these colors because, to be honest with you, they don't really need it. So I'm not too worried about it. And that's all personal preference. If you would like to put a clear coat over them, put a clear coat. Your nails, not mine. So the application on those colors were pretty smooth, so there's not gonna be a ton of buffing. Just a little shaping going on. So, shape, shape, shape. And when you're doing around the cuticles, kind of just follow your natural cuticle shape. Mine are pretty rounded. Some people have like a square shaped cuticle. Just follow the natural shape. Makes it quite easy. One thing when you're shaping, I would suggest until you're comfortable, is just do a little at a time because you can't go back and add it back. So it's like the saying, measure twice, cut once. Do not overdo it. You know, especially if you're trying to achieve that coffin shape, man, you could go to town real fast, but you want to be careful because you might not like coffin shape on you. So be careful. My nails grow really fast. I really don't care. If I mess them up, not a big deal. I mean, they grow super duper fast. In 2 weeks, I could cut these off right now, and in 2 weeks they'd be this length again. So, okay, the pinky's a little wonky. Let's fix that right there. Now, I'm actually gonna buff the lighter color first, just because. I've learned in the past that sometimes if you buff a darker color first, it might transfer over. I don't want to do that. And also buff around your cuticle area, guys, because I'm telling you, it really helps. Just buff the whole thing. Kind of buff around the cuticle the same way you would file around the cuticle. Like I said, the application of these colors was really nice, so they're pretty flat already, so Not a lot of buffing needed. And I'm gonna go ahead now and, oh, see how that kind of looks a little weird right there? Let's take and go like this. Fixed it up pretty nice. Okay, let's activate these bibbies. Oh, look what I've just done. Arch Nemesis glitter. Let's get that off there. Oh my gosh. Whew. Thank God. I'd have been really mad if that didn't come off. Okay. Activate all of your nails. Always cap the edges so that way you don't have any lifting. And then we are gonna be done. Get my little towels back over here. So between all the talking and everything, I was able to get my nails done in about 30-ish minutes. So if you watched all the way through, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. And I hope I taught you something, at least, made it worth your while. I do highly recommend triple vitamin liquids. I also highly recommend Light Show by Dipalicious because it is the bomb.com. It'll make you feel very fancy. So when you're finished, add your cuticle oil, take a nailfie, post it to Instagram. And if you don't have a nail IG and you do your nails, you need to make one. I'm telling you, it really helps because you get inspiration from everybody else. People encourage you to do better. They encourage you to do more things. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. I mean it. So once you're done, finish up with my favorite, Candi Skincare. Now they have these 5 milliliter versus the original size. Oh my God, the original size looks so tiny compared to these. And I honestly love it so much better. I know it doesn't work any better, but psychologically, it's better. It's so much better. So, actually, I'm not gonna apply that right now. I'm gonna come back and I'll post a picture at the end here of the finished product. Look how shiny that top coat is. It's so amazing. But yeah, I would like to clean off my knuckles with some alcohol first, but always finish your manicure with some cuticle oil. It's good for your skin. It's good for your nail health. If you guys have any questions, drop them below. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.